Hola chicos, so we're starting to wrap up the school year here. We have two more grammar concepts to talk about. The cool thing is, this is stuff you already know about. This is a firecopter. We are applying something we already know in a slightly new way. So we're going to talk about the verb DECIr. Okay, first off, DECIr means to say or tell. I'll write this in. To say or tell something. All right. DECIr is a stem changing verb. Now, so far, we've talked about E to IE stem changing verbs. There are 4 different kinds. E to IE is one of them, but this, instead of being an E to IE, is an E to I stem change. But it's still a stem changing verb, and as we know, stem changing verbs are often called shoe verbs because we're only going to stem change inside the shoe. And like verbs like tener and like verbs like venir that have a stem change, it also happens to have an irregular yo form. Now, typically the verb decir is followed by a word. Indicate someone says that. Usually say like, I say that we're going to have a test on Friday, or you say that you want to come over to your friend's house. So it's typically followed by the word that, and in Spanish, we use the word que. And you can see that que is kind of a chameleon of a word. Que has lots of different uses depending upon how you're putting it in a sentence. So you're going to see that you're going to use the word que a lot. Here we go. So let's go down to our conjugation. Before we get there, once again, let's kind of look at the verb decir again. Like we said, it is a stem changer. So you've got your stem, the DEC part of it, right there. You've got your ending, your IR, and that E is going to change to an I in this particular case. So as always, you're going to drop the infinitive ending. In this case, it's an IR verb. You're going to make the appropriate change in the stem, change the E to an I. But also, as we said, this is a stem changing verb with an irregular yo form. So we're going to have to see that irregular yo first. So let's start here and let's talk about our irregular yo form. Here we go. Make sure everything's what I want to be. Okay, so the yo form should be this. It should be DICO. Whoops. Okay, you should change your stem. We're going to look to make sure we can see our DCO there. You're going to change your stem E to I, and then you're just going to add the L. In this case, that C, like so many other verbs we know, is going to change like a D. This is part of the go group of verbs. You have hago, vengo, salgo, tengo. This one's digo. But everything else, now that we're inside the shoe, is going to be following the regular stem change pattern. So that E in decir, oops, I'm going to change these, make them all nice and red and bold so they stand out nicely. All right. So it should be that. Instead, you're going to change the E to an I. It is an IR verb, so you're going to pop off the the IR, and add ES. Dices. Same thing's going to happen down here. Dice. We are popping outside of the shoe now. So we're going to keep our stem, and we're going to add our ending. Decimos. Same thing is going to happen down here. We're going to keep the stem and add our new ending, is, because it's an IR verb. And then last but not least, we're going to come down here. We are back inside the shoe, so you will have that stem change, and then add the ending dicen. So digo, dices, dice, decimos, decís, dicen. Pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and flip to the back of your notes here. I'm just going to do a couple translations, right? Showing this word that. So here we go. There's our says, and here's our that. I told you that word is going to show up. So let's highlight that and make that maybe blue so we don't forget about it. Manuel says that the restaurant is good. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to change my spacing here a little bit so things don't go so far apart. They're easy. It's easier for you. But I'm just going to make this like this, and then I can just return a couple times and give ourselves a little bit of space. Here we go. Manuel. So there's our subject. Okay, we'll change him. Let's make him green. Manuel. Okay, he's going to say. So I'm just going to highlight this one red for now. He says, the verb is decir. but we've got to conjugate it. So the ending goes, but remember we also have a stem change. Manuel dice, our word for that is going to be que. Change my color here, make it stand out a little bit. And now I'm going to change back to green. So you can see that. The restaurant, el restaurante, es very good. Muy bueno. There we go. We're talking about the characteristic of the restaurant. Oop, I spelled restaurant wrong. Had an S in there. Goodness. We're talking about the characteristic of the restaurant. So that is why we're going to use es instead of está. All right. Here we go. Let's keep going. So they, ellos, say. The verb is decir. But once again, chop off the ending, en, but it is a stem change. I. So ellos dicen. They dicen que. They, ellos, are going. You're using the verb just go. Remember, the verb go will translate as go or are going. So van, what are they going to do? To travel. A viajar, talking about what they're going to do in the near future. To a Colombia. Okay. So I want you to see this again. I'm going to highlight this, make it stand out. Say that, dicen que. That's going to happen a lot. See que a lot after the verb decir. All right. Let's do another one. She says that Elvira's room is very small. So she, ella, says, think about it. Stem change. What's my ending? Yep. Ella dice que. She says that. Okay, Elvira's room. Remember, we know that apostrophe S does not exist in Spanish, so we're going to say el cuarto de Elvira is small. Is that a feeling / condition, or is that a characteristic? It's a physical characteristic, so we're going to use es. Very, muy, small. Pequeño. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's clearly not what I wanted. There we go. Now we're talking about pequeño, describing cuarto, so we know we have noun-adjective agreement. They are both masculine forms. Okay, let's keep going. I say that Maria is hungry. All right. I say this has an irregular yo form. Whoops, we change that back to green. Yo. Digo, there's our irregular yo. Okay. Maria. Now, remember when we say that somebody is hungry, that is not a literal translation. It's an expression. This is a tener expression. So use say tener, but you got to conjugate it. Tiene. And then what does she have? Hunger. Hambre. Yo digo que María tiene hambre. Being hungry is not a literal expression. All right. Last but not least, let's do one. You say that the swimming pool is near the patio. All right. We're going to assume we're going with informal you. So tú dices que. You say that. The swimming pool. La piscina is near the patio. Here's our is. Condition. Characteristic. We know for how we feel and where we are. Always use the verb estar. Está near or close to. Cerca de. The patio. El patio. But hold up, wait a minute. Did you catch it? What happens when we have day and L side by side? That's right. All right. So here we go. That is the verb decir in a nutshell. It's pretty straightforward. All right, this is something we've done before. Nothing too crazy here. That should be pretty easy. Talk to you on the other side, chicos. Hasta luego.